Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. Sorry about that. You're all queued up. You're counting it down, and then you get a little frog.
You were too excited. Like
I was. It's a Monday. It's a short week. Happy Thanksgiving week. My name's Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason. Our goal is to bring you insights and ideas to the stock market. James, how are you doing this weekend? Today, Monday.
I'm doing well. I'm not gonna lie. That was funny because, man, you came in strong and you paused and I looked up and I saw you choking and I was like, man, Todd is literally choking on camera right now.
Todd's gonna die.
Todd's gonna die on camera.
Yeah,
right before Thanksgiving. Ruin everybody's Thanksgiving.
I do not have corona. I was double tested last Thursday to go to that comedy show. I passed with flying colors. Whitney Cummings called me American hero. She told me I was hot in front of the whole audience.
I'm sure she did.
She did. She said that she likes older men. She asked me how old I was. I told her, and she made a gesture with her body about how hot I was. And it was embarrassing, but it was funny.
I know you probably felt like a piece of meat sitting there.
I had to look around. I might have been the oldest guy in the place.
All right. So first off, I do want to give a shout out to I won't say his last name. His first name is Luke. And I'm not going to give any indication on his level of importance within the organization, but Luke, appreciate all of the cool Waffle House stuff you sent me in the mail. So This show is not sponsored by Waffle House because I don't want to get Waffle House in trouble if I say so. Today would probably be the day that I say something crazy. But yeah, Luke, thank you. If you want me to give you out your identity, just let me know or just say it in the comments. Nah, but I just want to protect his identity overall. So his address at home is I'm just kidding. All right. Let's go and get into it. There's one that we're watching right now, and let's just go straight to it. We'll worry about the overall market later if we even get to that part.
I traded this one in the pre-market already. My entry was 840 and took a small position. I'm up $300 already for the day, which makes it a nice way to start the week. And I told James about it when we got on the camera, and he got excited. So go ahead and tell him about it, James.
This is ticker ISPC. So their news. They were selected by the U.S. government and private researchers to supply critical biospecimens for the government, and that's what's giving it this strong bullish push. But the thing is, and don't jump the gun right now. Let me explain this. So share structure, just a tad under 7 million shares outstanding, which I love that share structure. But the thing is, I loved it when it was down here under 5 when I didn't even know about it. Actually, I knew about this ticker, but this was not on my radar whatsoever. So where does that put us right now? Well, when looking up all the data that I could on this to research this, and I'm not in this, I feel kind of conflicted in both directions because there's a part of me that really wants to give that bullish chase here, but I have to look at the charts and use some sense. So if I break this down, let me just go to the 1-day chart. These all-time highs right here at $10. We are flirting with that. This thing could potentially be a monster breakout, especially with this low outstanding share structure, but this is what concerns me. So that break above 10 is very important. But what really concerns me here is look at this RSI. This thing is just screaming this MACD is thinning off. What?
There it goes.
Yeah, so the break above 10 would have been my entry, and I didn't push this one out in alert because I feel like this is going to smoke some people, and I just don't want to get them destroyed. A lot of traders have a tendency, and again, I'm not even in this because I've been debating back and forth the bullish or bearish side. So a lot of traders have a tendency when these things make these strong pushes up, they'll have nice profits, and then you'll start having crazy stuff like the bears coming in and hammering this stock or whatever stock it may be, and then they crush it. And then next thing you know, they're down 2 points per share, and they're still holding on to that daggone thing when really it was just a day trade. And by day trade, like in it for minutes and out. So,
wow, strong.
Jeez, yeah. I'll be
I
honest.
I told you guys should have bought it $9.90.
Yeah. Hey, we'll clip this part out and we'll put this next part in. So, guys, buy this at $10. Okay. Now we'll clip that part out and put it right in the front. So we'll look right. But honestly, again, guys, my conviction was split, and I couldn't make a strong decision. But Todd and I were talking about it, saying that 10 was the break above 10 was that critical point. But this is what, well, besides the RSI screaming like that and the MACD looking like this will give it this second wave in the MACD, which we should start seeing a strong resistance up here. And then this thing technically should end up getting crushed. But the possibility of it not getting crushed is the fact of, one, out of all the pre-market news today, this is probably the best, the coolest one. And most of pre-market has been flying under the radar. But as we start getting closer to the bell here and people are starting to take notice of all this, this is FOMO money right here. As you can see, that break above 10, that was FOMO money because it truly was a breakout point. But if you're trying to just jump in now, I hope it works out for you. But based off the charts, like I could not make an entry at this point. I couldn't. I mean, even if this thing ran up to $100 today, I would still look back at this and know inside, and I wouldn't even have any regret that, of not getting in right here. Now, I'd probably have a little regret not getting in at 10, but literally when I was talking to Todd, I said, this is just one of those trades that, because it could go both ways, I would just only take 100 shares at the break above 10. And if it's going to ride, let that bad boy ride. But if it doesn't, I'll take a small loss of a few $100, give it a wide range and just see what it does. But so with the RSI just screaming like this, the MACD, it's already going into its second wave here, which is that secondary push up. This is going to be a zone for the bears to start coming into short. Now, with this being such a low, outstanding share structure of only just 7 million shares and all the FOMO, this is where the big battle comes into play between the bulls and the bears. This is when it becomes just a coin toss. If you're betting on the bulls to cause a short squeeze, and that is your strategy here, you're probably going to lose. I'm just going to be realistic. And the reason why I say that, and I hope I'm wrong, but
I think what you should probably say is you're not probably going to lose. It's not confident you're going to win. That's I would say,
actually, you know what? Yeah, that's worded better. That's actually the best way to explain it. Yeah,
because this could grind at 1050, 1080 for the next 4 hours. It could just hang out here. But what do you show us for the float? I'm showing 3 million-ish, around 3 million.
I'm showing just right at 2.4 million.
All right, so it's a tight float, low share structure. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
So let's see what's fun. So volume is pushing about 14 million so far. So it's it's doubled its outstanding shares on the market in terms of volume. But the reason why I can't chase this right now is the last update for the short interest was virtually zero. So all the bearish money, it was not hanging out in this trade trying to push this thing down. The bears, in terms of this ticker, they're not even, well, they haven't even began to really jump in this thing yet. So that's why I was very hesitant right there of jumping in at that break above 10. And had I done it, even with just 100 shares, I don't even care. I'd be taking my profits at this point. For me, it just wouldn't be worth the risk. Everybody has a different risk tolerance and how they perceive stocks, but this is just what I see. With there virtually being no short interest, I'm willing to say that the bears are probably going to come in and just try to just hammer this stock down. And that's actually what I'll be waiting to see if it happens. Now, again, anything could happen here. And I'm not promoting this to tell anybody to be bullish or to be bearish. I'm just trying to take, this is one of the few times, especially on this show, this might be one of the first times that I've actually just felt conflicted and couldn't pin a direction that I really felt confident on. Because I do see the bullish case, but I also see the bearish case as well. And with that being said, I just couldn't take this trade. So this is going to be one of the hot tickers that people are going to be talking about today, trying to pump. And especially if we do get somewhat of a little squeeze to start happening. And I'm sure some bears will pop their accounts on this. But Todd, really quickly, how much are the short locates on Centerpoint?
38 cents. So one of my thoughts was, if the short locates were under 10 cents, it's even under 15 cents, I'd say. I think there'd be a lot more bear pressure on this. But the short locates were under 5 cents early on. So if those that located early, and the people who are locating early, I would consider to be better than retail traders. Those are your pro traders. If they had got piled in here, to your point of getting the bears squeezed, right now it's gone sideways for a few minutes. That's going to be the next test, is that if that first round of shorts can get squeezed, then when it's going to become a game of chase all day long. And do they have to buy more? Do they have to buy more short locates to cover themselves, to try to average down, and then it'll just keep pushing, and then who knows where this could end up? This could hit $20, and I wouldn't be surprised if. But we don't know how many shorts are in it. That's the problem. How many bears? How big of the bears are in it right now?
Yeah. Now, had the bears had some short interest on this ticker already, then I'd be pretty bullish on this.
Absolutely.
Expecting them to get squeezed out and really help propel this stock. But guys, when it comes to trading, there are just so many variables that you have to consider. And that's just one of those that I saw in the moment, and it actually helped me make a good decision. And that good decision was, you can't, when I say you, I mean me, saying to myself, like, if I can't feel 100% confident that this is going to make a strong push and hold up, do I view it to the bearish side then? And to the bearish side, if I can't view it in the terms of feeling 100% that this is going to break down and just rip downward, and there's two scenarios. If I can't make a decision, then I don't have a trade here. And that's me personally. Like, this trade is not for me. So yeah. Yeah, by the way, POAI just pushed out a tweet. It's not news or anything. But go ahead, Todd.
It would be helpful if this trade happened on the end of the week when you're sitting on some profits.
Absolutely.
I'd be willing to roll the dice a little more, but starting off my week, I want to be conservative. We have Thanksgiving this week. So for me, it happened on Monday versus a Friday where I'm sitting on some profits. Makes it a tougher trade.
Yeah. It would suck to throw your account into this and at Thanksgiving dinner, everybody saying what they're thankful for and be like, well, guys, this is the part where I break the news to y'all that I had a margin call and
this is our last meal.
Yes, we don't own this home anymore. We're getting evicted. We got to be out before Christmas. So, yeah. But I'm thankful that I still have my family as your family walks out on you.
So James,
that's the truth.
James, here's how you do it. That's not how you break the news. You would start off saying something like that. I want to share some news that we're going to be moving to a new residence.
Yeah. So like we needed to change the scenery. We've been living this lavish lifestyle and we need to cut back and be minimalist.
Pack your bags. No, you can't put it in the truck. I'm selling the truck.
Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who works at the bank. He's buying the truck from me. All right, let's take a run through the comments really quickly. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So David, thank you for that update. The market overall is probably going to be wild today. If you look through the comment section, you can see comments being made about the White House will be making their selection for the Fed chair.
They just announced it. I just saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Powell's staying on board.
Okay. Well, that will probably make the market go bullish, I would say.
Yeah, he was the bullish choice over the lady.
Someone's going to scream sexism.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah. All right.
Karen Farmless says, if it's not on video, it didn't happen. I wish I had that commentary from Whitney Cummings on video. It was pretty good.
All right. So with that news being announced, the Dow futures are currently up 135 points. S&P 500 futures are up 16.5 points. And that news will probably the market. Let's flip over. We'll come back to this one here in a moment. But just take a look at the S&P 500 right here. It's just a 5-minute chart. Let's see. Wow, this is just a weird, crappy little setup. Actually, this one could be, that bullish little spike, and then it just unloads. The market just unloads. Going back to the, good news makes the market drop, and bad news makes the market go up. So, with the market now understanding what they're getting with the Fed chair and retaining Jerome Powell, hey, maybe the market will unload today. So what we need to watch out for is this break below 47.06. S&P 500. Let me set an alert there. All right. And for the bullish side, 47, let me set alert. 47.21. Crossing above it. All right. So for me, I'm going to wait until, to see my direction in the market overall. If it crosses above this 47.21, or if it breaks down and crosses below 47.06, that will give me my direction. Now, looking at the daily chart on the S&P 500, I'm I'm bearish, guys. Like, I'm just going to be real. Like, I'm bearish on the overall market. I mean, the market shouldn't even be doing all this stupid stuff. But I mean, that's just how the market works. So this right here actually is a bearish setup overall in the daily chart. And it's really just waiting to break down. So the market, honestly, because that was good news, the market understands how the market is going to keep flowing with Jerome Powell. It might decide that today is, okay, now we know what's up. Now we can, everybody's probably thinking bullish. So let's unload on them. The market's probably going to do something crazy like that. I mean, you guys have to think that the market usually does the opposite in a lot of cases than what is expected.
I don't think they're going to let the market dump the week of Thanksgiving.
I don't think they care.
I think there's one person who I know cares. His poll numbers are very, very poor. And I guarantee you there's talks going on. I don't want to go to Thanksgiving and be the topic of conversation that I'm a shitty president.
Here's my opinion on it. I'd rather it dump and lose a ton of value around the Thanksgiving holiday than for it to happen at Christmas. Just saying.
All right.
That would be me if I was a politician who was going to get, take the credit for whatever's going on in the stock market. I would rather it dump right here at Thanksgiving, as I pardon my turkey on Thanksgiving, like, yeah, the market pulled back 30% this week. Happy Thanksgiving. And then at Christmas time, I can be like, the market came up 11% from that pullback.
There's a 5% bounce, and you're like,
yeah, exactly. Like, Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, you got 4.5 minutes to open the market.
All right, so let's take a just quick peek at ISPC once more. Go to the 5-minute chart. All right, so ISPC is still kind of doing its thing. I would watch out for this thing turning into a fader here at the bell. We'll probably, actually at the open, we'll probably see a spike at the bell. Potentially could get halted. Now, if it gets halted, I would probably say we're going to have a little bit more of a run, and then it pulls back out of that. Now, if we don't get halted right here, this thing is probably going to shoot up and down, fake out a lot of people in both directions, and I'm just going to have to stay on the side of this thing is probably going to pull back pretty hard and be a fader. So that's what I watch out for. But that is all I have today, Todd. Do you have anything else?
No, just thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the participation, and have a great Thanksgiving week. We'll see you on the next show.
All right, everybody. We'll take care. We'll catch you in the next one.